Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Mr. Lathrop. I'm the English coordinator for the English department here at Putnam Valley High School, and I'm really excited to talk with you briefly today about some of the course offerings that we have here at Putnam Valley and about some of the choices you'll be able to make as you go forward here. We have a lot of choices available, both in terms of the electives, in terms of the general pathways that you can take in English. So I just want to speak to you a little bit about some of the opportunities you can have as you move forward into your career, which I think is really exciting that you get to choose from all these different selections amongst all the different subjects. So I'll give you some information about the different courses, but if you do have any questions, either email me at rlathrop@pvcsd.org or contact your guidance counselor. They're awesome at helping out with this information, but I'm more than happy to answer any questions you may have about some of these courses. So here at Putnam Valley, we have a lot of choices for these students in the PVHS English courses. Generally, there are a couple different pathways you can take. If you're in English 9, you'll move into 9 or 9 honors. If you're in 10, you can have English 10, or you can have AP Language and Composition, which gets you prepared for the AP exam in May at the end of your sophomore year, giving you an opportunity to gain college credit and take a wonderful course. When you move into 11th grade, everybody in Putnam Valley High School has the opportunity and is required to take an IB Language and Literature course, which is a fascinating and amazing subject. The choice that you have when you get to 11th grade is whether or not you're going to take the higher level course or the standard level course. All right, which you can make that decision with your family and your guidance counselor. And when you move into English 12, you also have the same choice. Whether or not you're going to take an IB course is up to you, and whether or not you want to continue with the HL level or the standard level. Along the way, there are a lot of electives from which you get to choose. So we at Putnam Valley offer mythology and fairy tales, creative writing, TV media production, horror and supernatural, critical thinking and literacy, which deals largely with the SAT preparation, and IB film. So a little bit about mythology and fairy tales. Really fun and amazing course. If you're really into these kinds of stories, that's a great course for you. It really explores the imagination and some of the stories that so much of what we read today are based upon. Creative writing, there are a couple different levels depending upon the years and the offerings, but creative writing is pretty straightforward. They explore fiction, poetry, narrative nonfiction. Sometimes they're writing podcasts. Sometimes they're working on their novels. Sometimes they're working on screenplays. So it's really a wonderful place for those who love writing, and also for those who would like to improve their writing, even if writing isn't their natural ability. You don't have to be a pro or an expert. This is a place for all levels of learners. We have an opportunity to work in small groups in that class and meet kids where they are and help them move towards their goals. TV media production, you'll see a little video about that. That gives you some more information about the course. They work on crafting and creating media in a whole different variety of forums, and also get to work on a TV program here that Putnam Valley High School offers. It's an amazing course. We have unbelievable technology and resources here that this course will teach you on how to use it if you want to be behind the camera or in front of the camera. Horror and the Supernatural is a riveting course that is very popular with students who are interested in the dark and the eerie and those things behind our psyches that we wonder, that make us tick a little bit and make us wonder about what's going on in the world in those sort of darker corners of our environment. And, they'll read things from like Stephen King to Edgar Allan Poe to more modern things, and even explore horror in film. Students also have an opportunity sometimes to write their own horror and their own supernatural stories. It's a wonderful course if that's what you're drawn to. It's fascinating and higher level thinking, and it really offers an opportunity for students to examine some of those curiosities that they have about and to create some wonderful worlds of fiction. Critical thinking and literacy is our SAT prep class. It does more than just prepare students for the SAT. It really does work on helping students enhance their thinking skills, but they're working on the SAT as they're doing that as well. It's often to 11th grade, and if you are interested in signing up for that class, talk to your English teachers about what happens in the course, talk to your guidance counselor, and they'll explore how you can actually try and beat this test and how to enhance your skills and bring out your own innate abilities as far as thinking and literacy, and as an ability to tap into your own talents. The last course in the elective offerings is IB Film. Some students take this as part of an IB program. Some students just take this because it's a real passion and interest of theirs. They work on developing film, both short and longer terms, and also develop their abilities to critically analyze film. So if you're a film aficionado, you love either making film or studying film, then this is a course that's there for you. There's also a video that's available that shows a little bit more about the course. Now for our seniors. For seniors, you have a number of choices as well. You can either continue on with your IB pathway that you started in 11th grade by taking either the higher level IB language and literature course or the standard level language and literature course. In addition to that, we have some course offerings that are semesters and some course offerings that are full year. New York State requires students to take English for 4 years, so we wanted to offer that opportunity to take multiple courses. So here are the courses that we have that we'll be getting into. Language and literature, as I mentioned, IB Film, HL for the seniors, humanities, journey, heroes, presentation and public speaking, psychology and literature, and women's literature. The Lang and Lit course examines the meaning of language and how it affects our view of the world. It examines advertising, it examines symbols, it examines the relationship that language has with who we are as a people. And it is a continuation of what we worked on in 11th grade. The film, once again, is a continuation. If you're taking it, if you started in your 11th grade, you can continue to take that course in your senior year. And again, works with students in front of the camera, behind the camera, examining some of the classics from film, not just here in America, but around the entire globe. So there's a really thorough and investigative course that digs pretty deep into what makes films tick. Humanities is an interesting course in that it's an interdisciplinary course. It's actually one of the courses that I'm lucky enough to be teaching for a while here with a colleague in the history department. So the two of us teach at the same time. You get your English 12 credit. You also get your credit, part of your credit for your history and your social studies. We examine politics. We examine famous texts from history. We work on speeches. We work on some of our favorite novels. There's an opportunity for you to pursue things that you're interested in studying through research and through explorations of topics that really matter to you. It's a really interactive class. We have a big segment of the population that takes the course, so we have a lot of students with whom we get to work. It's a really exciting course, and we're trying to figure out what's the right way to do this whole living thing. It's a really, really fascinating exploration of that. Women's literature is a really powerful course. We're examining what is the message. They read texts in this class based in the authors that have written them. Sometimes are women. Sometimes they're discussing issues that are prominent to a feminist literary critical world. Really important course for us to be studying and taking, and available and open to all students of all levels, where they read some amazing texts that really can unlock our viewpoint of how we understand our society. Heroes is another brilliant and exciting course. I would love to take all of these courses. I'm almost jealous that you get to pick from these courses. What makes someone a hero? And by someone, we mean sometimes fictional, sometimes we mean real living people. But they study a cycle of hero development by someone named Joseph Campbell, and where many of our films and some of our favorite movies and books and tales are based upon this model of how one becomes a hero, where they separate from their own regular world and they move into the trials and tribulations of some big grand adventure, only to be forced to confront their inner demons and take home some famous elixir that helps serve their community. Awesome class. We study it in terms of stories and in terms of film as well. Presentation and public speaking is one of those courses that is for those who are comfortable in front of the room, and especially those of whom are not comfortable in front of speaking in front of the room. We all have to make presentations, and we all have to speak publicly to a certain extent. This class works with students of all levels and helps them along the way towards meeting these goals of speaking in front of the larger public. It's a really important class, and we recommend that you explore that class. Psychology and literature explores both psychology of characters and psychology of authors, and what makes these people move, and what are their motives, and why have they written certain things, and what we can learn about ourselves and our society based upon this literature. And then we have the Journey program, which is an amazing program that offers you an opportunity to get an internship and to get some of your economics credit and your English credit as well. What is it that you want to learn? What is it that you want to experience that you don't get to experience in school? We have students exploring things in real estate. We have students exploring things in the equestrian industry, in all sorts of fields that really matter to them. It's an interactive class in that you're really running the show, and you meet with your teachers here to talk about your internship and the projects that you get to work on. So I wanted to offer you some of the information about those courses. And again, make myself available to answer any questions that you have going forward. Again, I'm Mr. Lathrop. Happy to track me down and answer any information I can about the courses, and check with your guidance counselors as well. Thanks, and have a great day.